No!
Will read your fate. Oh, I'm such a bad dog.
Death! 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 A billion bleeding corpses, and the whole thing falls apart.
Hello?
And who has to sort it out time after time after?
Hello?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you waiting? Let me just put everything else to one side and devote my entire, undivided attention to you! Name?
Malice, I think.
So that's for me to find out, is it? Well, that's no trouble. Checking the records of an entire planet? What's that going to take? Just 1 or 2 millennia? No trouble at all! Head? Ah!
What?
No goddesses! It said on the door, no goddesses! And if we did take goddesses, we wouldn't take the one that caused that.
They're not with me.
Get out! Go on! Better still, go back and sort it out.
What?
Everything. It's low tide, you know. I should be putting my feet up. But you... Next.
Ah, Malice, you are alive once more.
You're observant. I like that in a metal dude. This is the orrery, right?
Indeed, and I am the Metal Guardian, keeper of the universe.
Always nice to meet a guy with a good job. How's that working out for you?
Not well. These are grim times, Malice. You and your world were destroyed by Dog God. Now, unless he can be found and vanquished, the whole universe will share that fate.
Okay, so it's rematch time. Get the phone book, let's look him up. He'll be under D, or maybe G.
Finding him will not be so easy. Normally I would track him with my machineries, but Dog God is clever. He has stolen all my logic keys. Malice, you must find these keys. He has given them to his minions. Unless we can get them back, we have no hope of stopping him.
Hey, no problem. Minions I can handle.
I have managed to locate the first key, which must have slipped from his grasp. It lies deep within the orrery lubrication system. Please, my dear, recover it, and quickly. I will help you as much as I can.
Do your stuff, Rusty. I'm pumped.
If you press the black button, you'll open the journal. This will help you keep track of your quest and of items that you collect along the way. Try it now, why don't you? The time has come. I will open this portal to send you on each quest. You must jump using the A button onto the pillar and press the Y button to pass through it. Use the portal, my dear. It will take you to the orrery's oil fountain. Bring me the first logic key. The universe is counting on you.
Ha!
I see you have noticed a crystal heart pot. There are 100 of these scattered throughout the universe. Every 10 that you find will increase your maximum hearts by 1.
So it's time for Malice's main collectible, because Malice is a 3D platformer and we need to have optional collectibles. It's a heart pot, and it's really the only collectible worth worrying about. Right here the Metal Guardian tells us that we cannot go back to collect these after we leave a level, and he means that there's no way to return if you miss one. That's actually a really important thing to know, so it's good that he told us, but aside from that, the Metal Guardian has a habit of telling us things that we should be able to figure out ourselves. Like telling us how to jump. and to stand on the pistons with the boot-shaped marks on them. I mean, we probably could have figured that out, right? There's only 4 things to step on in this entire room. Right away you'll notice that Malice's second jump is incredibly floaty. This is definitely by design, but it does take some getting used to. I'd say it ultimately works in your favor, though.
Ah, success! Well done, my dear. The shield's down and you can collect our first key. Now you have the first key. I will bring you back to me.
Whoa! So what's the deal with this key thing, anyway?
Each key unlocks a section of my machineries. These will allow me to locate each of Dog God's minions. The last key may even lead us to him.
Yeah, about that. I've been thinking, maybe I need some kind of gun, or a bomb, or a really big muzzle.
Malice's voice acting is definitely one of the worst things about the game, which is weird because the voice acting for the supporting characters isn't all that bad, and the Metal Guardian sounds pretty great.
Wow, clanky.
Quite. Now, about that weapon you spoke of. Behold, the Mace of Clubs.
Bashalicious.
Let me see. Yes, it seems I was right. The next key is in the clutches of one of Dog God's hideous abominations.
Hey, no one said anything about abominations. You said minions had the keys. Minions sound kinda small and cuddly. I could definitely take a minion. An abomination, I'm not so sure.
The way to the second key lies through the great siren tree, whose roots bind the world together. The portal is ready if you are, my dear. Good luck.
You may notice this game utilizes a lot of graphical effects that aren't in style anymore, most notably bump mapping. Everything has bump mapping in this game, but that's absent in the PS2 version, which is why I think playing the Xbox version is better. Yeah, bump mapping looks kinda weird, but it adds to the surreal quality of the game, which is one of my favorite things about it.
Oh, what a cute little monkey.
Hey, watch it, Woody. I'm a goddess.
Really? I'm sorry. You fleshy things all look alike to me. What are you the goddess of? Big sneakers?
I'm the goddess of kicking monstrous butt is what. You want some, tree boy?
I'll pass, thanks. But while you're here, could you do me a huge favor and see off these dreadful mushrooms? They're doing terrible damage to my borders.
I've seen people make fun of the Siren Tree's voice acting, but isn't it kinda supposed to be funny? Like, yeah, he sounds like he's on something, and he groans constantly, but I think that's kinda the point. You can't talk like that by accident. Anyway, with the club we have 2 attacks. We have a slam and a swipe. Calling the combat in Malice nuanced would not be accurate. There are 5 heart pots in most of the locations in the game, and when we collect 10 of them, we get another heart. So the slam, a lot of people seem to have trouble using because of the wind-up, But if you jump before you use it, that gives you a lot of invincibility frames. Most enemies can't hurt you while you're above them. The slam also, of course, deals more damage and has the benefit of hitting multiple enemies at a time. The heart pots, by the way, hidden in a variety of locations that range from, oh, that was pretty obvious, to why would they put that there, do they hate me? Fighting off these butt mushrooms is probably intended as the combat tutorial because they're relatively harmless, but if you don't use the slam properly, the butt mushrooms will kick your butt. So if you're going to use the slam, just remember the basic rule I already laid out. Jump first. I think now we already have 4 out of 5 heart pots, so we don't need to worry. The last one appears due to a cutscene.
My, how efficient. I can see you're a girl who knows her way around a big club. Maybe you could find a use for this.
What is it?
It's glide magic. Makes you kind of floaty. It's nice.
Pull and hold the right trigger and press the A button at the same time to float from a height or from a jump. You will need mana to recharge your magic when you run low. Ah, now this is a mana crystal. These chaps recharge your magic once. You'll see the blue magic bar fill up.
Hey, what's up, Twiggy?
Something awful gliding inside me. It hurts real bad. I think I'm going to be sick. Do something!
What about wind? Is it giving you wind?
Oh, don't even go there. Blah. I'll grow you a leaf lift. It'll take you up to my mouth. You can slide inside from there. Oh, my poor wooden guts.
Use jump and the glide magic to help collect any heart pots before you use the leaf lift.
You'll notice right away the glide magic, great for descending slowly, has very little horizontal use though. You don't fly very far with it.
Careful, Malice. There's something awful in here. Whatever it is, it holds the second key.
If you go into the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise.
Its tail is its weak spot. Use the club.
This boss is pretty simple and it can't really hurt us, but it does have some nuances to it. After you smack its tail, it speeds up, and you can either chase behind it or run the opposite direction to meet it head on, at which point it will turn around for you. Its main goal is to get far away enough to summon mushrooms to impede your path, and the mushrooms don't hurt us, but if we hit them we bounce around out of our control. If we're too close to the mushroom when its tail pops out, then it will put the tail back in immediately, but we can still hit it before it does this by jumping and then swiping. I wouldn't recommend using the slam because even though it deals more damage, it's a little bit too slow for this fight. The best way to avoid the bouncing mushrooms is to stay around the corners of the path, because that's the place it's least likely to put a large amount of them.
I say, you really know how to bash a fungus, my dear.
So the lack of polish in certain areas of this game may already be obvious, but I hope you can understand why I like the atmosphere about it so much. It's a very surrealistic experience.
Well, you seem to be getting the hang of everything.
Yeah, did you see me with that fungus guy? I was like, eat my club, dude. And he was like, I'm so gonna kill you with mushrooms. And I was like, whatever.
A good point, and well put. Now, my dear, I have detected our third key. To find it, you must travel beyond the witch and the glowworm kingdom.
Okay, glowworms I can handle. What's this about a witch?
She's an old friend of the siren trees. She can probably help, but she's a bit of an old windbag.
Coming from you, that worries me.
Go back to the siren tree and find the witch's hovel. She'll help you on your next quest. But have a care. Great danger awaits you.
I want to take this time to point out something really cool about the world building while we still have the time. The reason that Dog God was attacking the Siren Tree, in case you missed it, is that the Siren Tree's roots bind the world together. The butt mushrooms were attacking his borders to try and, corrode the roots. And the bigger mushroom was trying to take him down from inside, because if Dog God succeeded in taking out the Siren Tree, then that world would fall apart and he would succeed in destroying yet another world just like Malice's. It's easy to miss stuff like that in my experience.